Welcome, Statesmen Nation. We have a special guest today. We would like to introduce our new cross-country coach, Caleb Drake. Caleb, appreciate coming in for a few minutes. Really excited to have you part of Statesmen Nation. In addition to being the new cross-country coach, also assistant track and field coach, taking care of middle distance people. But I'm going to just keep rambling, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to want you to talk. So we're going to just go into you talking about, I guess, your background here, how you got to William Penn, all the things that you've done in the past. So let's back it up a handful of years at least, talk about high school and college and kind of the success that you've had as a runner yourself.
Sure, yeah. So I prepped at Pleasant Valley High School in Bettendorf, Iowa, and that's where the running started for me. I didn't really do cross country as a freshman. I did football, but quickly found out that I'm not a football player. My size might just hint to that.
What it is, right?
Yeah. So, got into cross country and just fell in love with it, and was blessed to have first of all a sister push me into the sport a little bit, and then a great coach who just really taught me the sport and helped me develop as an athlete in many ways. So found some success almost immediately, was on a great team and was able to be varsity as a sophomore, and then from there just progressed and found success in it, and as conversations with my head coach at the time just led to, okay, college is going to be an option for you running, and what do you want to do, what do you want that to look like, and again was blessed again to just have options as far as where I wanted to compete in college. So that's kind of how it started for me, and it's kind of gone from there.
All right, well, let's switch gears to talking about the college route there. You started at Olivet Nazarene in Illinois, then crossed the river halfway through going to Dordt College, which then became Dordt University. Talk about that, that whole process there over the handful of years.
Sure, yeah. So starting at ONU, it was there was a place I actually visited as a freshman in high school. My sister was a junior; she was looking to run in college, and I kind of went to the campus. Was like, "Oh, this is cool. This is great," and it stuck in my mind. And so, joined a good team there, and we were fortunate enough to place third in the nation when I was a sophomore there. That was my first time being an All-American, was that fall in cross country, and then just led to kind of just a string of success there with the team and individually, and in some relays, and it was really fun. It was fun to be a part of that, and then my focus more junior year kind of shifted towards, okay, what's next? What's going to come after college? And that's when I realized graduate assistant position is kind of the way to go. There wasn't going to be really necessarily an opening for me or at ONU, so it was kind of time to move, and found a Dordt College, talked with Nate Wolf, the coach there, and him and I connected, and talked about going in. I transferred as a junior, talked about just 1 year, if that's possible, for me to compete, and then maybe roll it into a graduate assistant position, and went there and found some similar success in cross country and track, and just helped build a program from there.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Wolf was like, oh, yeah, no, we don't want an All-American. Why would we want another one? That seems stupid. No, so I'm sure it was a no-brainer on his end, but it obviously worked out. A great marriage there for you guys of putting your talent in, to become a defender there. So, all right, then obviously you went there to become a graduate assistant, moving into then undergraduate into the actual coaching realm. So talk about, the experience there as being on the coaching staff.
Yeah, so the GA position was great. I learned a lot underneath the leadership of Nate Wolf and then Craig Heinen on the track side of things. And just the athletic department as a whole was a great learning process for me. And we were able to take a team that had a multi-year drought from the national meet, and we, even the first year that I was there, we had placed second when I was a senior in the conference. We placed third in the conference the first year I was a GA, but we saw it as a successful year. We'd kind of cleared house as far as everybody had graduated on our team, so we had to kind of rebuild, and we got a couple guys to commit to the team. We knew we had some juniors kind of coming, and if we got the right things going, and it just kind of got a ball rolling from there, where we worked really hard to recruit, and we worked really hard to train the guys and and girls on the team to be the best they could be, and yeah, we turned it into some great success on the conference side of things, some conference championships, top 10 in the nation a couple times, and then on the track side of things, last spring, runner-up in indoor. So some fun stuff. Definitely learned a lot throughout all the time.
Definitely. Success is something that you're definitely bringing here to William Penn, a program that on the cross-country side hasn't seen a lot of that in the recent history. So I guess in that respect, what drew you to William Penn wanting to apply here and possibly be the head coach?
Yeah, so when I was thinking about next steps after Dort and coaching, I like to look at a place. Well, small town Iowa is where I'm coming from, right? And this is small town Iowa, so I really like the idea of that. And that's so the town, the community is one of the aspects of it. And as I searched more into the process when I was being interviewing and that sort of thing. I really found that there's great community here as well, and within William Penn and Oskaloosa, and I enjoyed that, and I felt like there was some momentum here in a lot of different ways, whether that's growth in the community or on campus or on other teams or whatever it might be. I think that momentum is important for any program, and so that drew me here, and just connecting well with the people that I was talking to, and felt like this is kind of the right next step for my wife and I, and that's kind of what led us here, I guess, to this point.
All right, let's talk about the first 100 days, I guess, is always a good question I like to ask. What's the first 100 days as William Penn's cross country? And I guess obviously we're right here at the end of the indoor track season as well, but both cross country and assistant track coach, what's that look like for you?
Well, one of my philosophies is hard work, and I think that starts with me. So myself, it's a lot of hard work, and it's asking the team to do the same in their training going forward for the season. And so I want to get to know the people that are here. That's my priority, because some people have only a few months left. I want to make sure they end well. I want to make sure they have the best last 3 months of college or 4 months of college that they can possibly have, with me stepping in, and then really just kind of casting that vision for going forward. Recruiting a lot. I'm trying to meet as many people on campus, not just on the team, not just in the athletic department, but just thinking about our roots in a little bit here, learning who's around. So that's a lot of it, I guess, and mainly just working hard and recruiting.
All right, being that you are a Midwest guy, and obviously, well, I guess going back to Dort, I was going to say, well, Dort's got a lot of Midwest athletes, but you said during the whole hiring process that you guys did recruit a lot from all over the place too, which is very much a William Penn staple. Diversity of getting kids from all walks of life. So, I guess talk about where the recruiting trail is going to take you.
It take me anywhere that that it takes me, I guess, with whoever who's interested. But I'm going to start here in the state of Iowa, and that's the first place, is finding those kids that are here in the state that maybe have been overlooked or maybe haven't been recruited from William Penn in the past. Try to start there. But really just finding kids anywhere and everywhere. And I think it's a part of a holistic team, is learning from each other. And when you have kids from all across the country, that's unique. There are a lot of schools that I would call regional schools, and they're good schools, right? But as far as learning more about where people are from and having those fun conversations on runs or even just team gatherings, being from different places around maybe the world, but at least the country, is kind of cool. It's cool to learn about where everybody's from, maybe traditions, those sorts of things. Helps develop well-rounded individuals and holistic people.
All right, and then I guess finally talking about your coaching philosophy, and this might take you a while to answer this whole thing because I'm not sure which direction you want to go, but now that you're the head of the cross-country program, I guess both ways, what are you trying to instill in your athletes, as well as, I guess, what does the future look like for William Penn cross country? What do you want it to look like? And what should fans, I guess, expect to see?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, is hard work. I think that's the main thing. As far as with a recruit or with someone that's on the team now, if we're working hard, then we can progress, we can get better, and that's super important. I think that, to me, that is the most important thing. And so that'll take our program, many places, I think. So we'll start with that. And if someone wants to come join the team, they want to be a part of William Penn cross country, we just got to work hard, and that's really my main requirement of somebody. And then from there, we'll get a little more technical, right? We can break down a few things. We can figure out, specific events maybe on the track or in cross country. But that's where it'll start. And then I really want to build a culture of team, of relying on each other, keeping each other accountable, setting a new standard for one another on the team, myself included, right? I'm going to set some goals for the summer for training for myself. Hopefully the team has goals for themselves. Let's get those out in front. Let's share them with each other, hold each other accountable to those things. It'll help us become closer on the team and be successful down the stretch. I'd like to see that. I think that's what I like to see happening. And as far as like promising results and that sort of thing, I've got nothing. I won't. So I won't do that. And that's something that'll come if we work hard and we're disciplined in the things we need to be disciplined in. And and down the stretch, for fans or alumni, I want them to be involved. One of the goals of mine is to get a cross-country course going here and to have an alumni team, to have them come back. We're starting like a Strava page if people have Strava. I think it's just called like WPXC alumni or something. We can put it out there somewhere, but you can join the Strava page and just keep each other accountable even after you're done running in college, and it's a fun way to stay connected. We could post updates on there, about where the team is at or whatever. So some things, I guess, to give you firm answers, but other things are just going to come with time.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Coach. Appreciate sitting down for a few minutes. I know you have a very busy schedule, first day on the job and everything, but we look forward to working with you and just seeing, how the cross country and middle distance runners on track, how they all progress moving forward. But that hard work is going to be the cornerstone of what you're doing. So we're excited to see all that hard work pay off. So once again, Caleb Drake, our new cross country coach here at William Penn. Look forward to just seeing everything coming down the pipe for him. A lot of excitement, and you can catch all of that on statesmanathletics.com as well as all of our social media channels as well. So thanks again, Coach, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Right. Make sure you're keeping up with William Penn Athletics on social media so that you guys can keep up with stats, highlights, and make sure you know what to look forward to when it comes to Statesman Athletics.